Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back for some more EVE Online and welcome also to the free market release. This is actually recorded on the release day of the December release with the Hypernet Relay and of course the free market stuff. So there's more than the Hypernet Relay, but I think you can tell here from Jita local, which is where I decided to take a look at all of this, that the Hypernet Relay is dominating things. A new type of spam, the Hypernet spam, has definitely found its way in Jita. Will it keep dominating this so much? I don't know. There's a little bit of hype, of course, but it's because it's all very new. But right now it is clearly dominating and being used very, very extensively. I'm actually super surprised by that myself. Now, next to the Hypernet Relay, this free market release also changed some other stuff. First of all, we have the new wallet. Here it is. This is my own wallet. The situation at the moment, 110 billion ISK in liquid. 7,500 plaques, I think a pretty nice nest egg, a hedge against inflation, and if need be, emergency funding as well. And then we've got my loyalty points with 59 corporations. But let's take a quick look at the wallet because it gives a lot of information. I was very curious about this, and first thing, of course, that I noticed, in the last 30 days, I made around 1.3 billion ISK, but I also expended around 2.3 billion ISK. And if we click on the expenses, we can see that 98% of that comes from purchases, so trade. And then 70% of that comes from items bought, material. This is fuel. This is the fuel that I buy for you guys to keep the services up and running in Dital. So it is rather expensive. I didn't think that my negative cash flow was actually this bad. Now, this doesn't tell the whole story, of course. I don't think that I kept up that well in the last month, in the last 30 days, because I was super busy at work. I didn't do as much in EVE Online as I would have liked. But overall, yeah, this is an expense that I am obviously making. Now, again, don't worry. 110 billion ISK, I can keep funding this for a very long time. And all of this, or almost all of this, comes from donations from the viewers, so you guys are definitely helping keeping the services in Dital tax free, thanks to everything that's already been done. So I'll be able to keep going for a very long time. Now, on the income front, there's interesting stuff as well. First of all, we get a tiny donation here of 100,000 ISK. Thank you very much. All the help is definitely welcome. Then if we click on the incomes here again, we get a little bit of bounty prizes. 31 million, so definitely not as much as what I would have liked, but that is the reality of it. And then something that I don't know what it is, miscellaneous corporate rewards payout, 85.5 million ISK. I have absolutely no idea what this is. If anyone knows, definitely feel free to post that in the comments. I would love to know this myself. And then of course 90% of my income comes from trade, and this is where the surprise comes to me personally. 56.6% for a total of 660 million ISK in contract sales, which means my BPC business, which is very passive, but once a week I have to create new contracts and I bring them then to Jita, set up sell orders for those, and there we go. This creates 660 million ISK super passively, and really very far from optimized over the course of a month. That's a lot more than what I thought it would be. That is really amazing. Then we still have 20% from PI as well, and that is without actually trying to sell that much PI. I think I can very easily ramp this up to a lot more if I would sell everything that I'm producing. So my passive income is actually very high at the moment. Next to that, I haven't really sold that much when it comes to modules. We get a little bit, 159 million ISK. That is stuff that is, you know, definitely a weekly occurrence, I think, for me when it comes to exploration and things like that in EVE Online. And did I just hear an explosion in the background? I am here in the sniping Dominix, ready to take out any criminals. My thinking was, well, with the free market release, with the Hypernet Relay, there ought to be more activity in Jita. There's definitely more activity, and I was thinking maybe that'll bring in some criminals, but so far haven't really spotted that much more in suspect activity or anything like that. So I haven't really seen any chances to use the sniper Dominix, try to get a couple of extra kill marks on this one, but if something happens in the overview, you know, I'll definitely take the opportunities that come my way, but so far that doesn't seem to be the case. Something else that received a little bit of a facelift, a slight update, is the market window itself. So this is what I am actually trying to do at the moment, selling these stealth bombers that I bought for 22 million for just shy of 30 million. Someone is seriously undercutting me here as well, but notice the updates here. You've got a slightly darker shade of blue for your own sell orders, but you have a small blue arrow that clearly indicates the ones that you're trying to sell, so I feel that this is fine. Slightly darker shade of green as well for the sell orders within range, so this is within one system, or basically those that are traded within a certain range. If we go for instance, titanium that's being sold all over the place, you can clearly see the sell orders within range, and then those that are out of range don't have the slightly darker green background. And then something else that has changed is the market orders. These are no longer an extra tab behind all of this. It's a separate window that you click on here, and you can see what I'm trying to sell, right? My stealth bombers, 22 million purchase, 30 million sell. I think that's a pretty nice profit margin. I'm trying to make that happen. And then some of my older PI investments are slowly starting to turn around as well. Some synthetic oil that I bought very cheaply. I'm not sure if I still have it here. Synthetic oil. Anything here? Synthetic oil, yeah, bought for 6,850, so it's not a great margin, but I am trying to basically sell that for 7,150. I'm being undercut a little bit, but these volumes aren't that big, so I think there's still a chance that this market order will trigger as well. And then a little bit of exploration and loot with a True Sansha medium beam laser, trying to sell that one for 5 million. So that's here now that you will find your orders in a separate window. This has also been updated a little bit, but then let's get to... Oh, something exploded, damn it. Did I miss an opportunity? Maybe. Let's keep one eye on them for like a couple more seconds just to see if someone like loots the wreck and goes criminal or something like that. And in the meantime, we're gonna open up the Jita spam here. It's the Hypernet spam that has become a reality. And here, look at that, an Erebus. God damn it! Just as I want to click on it, it goes away. There we go. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that is happening on the Hypernet Relay. First of all, of course, this is being used massively. Might be day one hype, might be early newness hype, but I think that it will definitely be used quite a lot. Now, Erebus, estimated value unknown, 500 tickets, 146 million for a chance to own an Erebus, and people are starting to buy these tickets for sure. There's 491 of them remaining, so this will see use, and you are seeing supers, even Titans being sold through the Hypernet Relay. Kinda crazy. These ones, of course, are being sold in 0-0 because can't have a Titan out in high sec. Let's see if we can spot something else that might be more interesting. This is very suspicious to me. Although it is true, 8 tickets, 150 million for a 738 million-ish item. Well, let's get the calculator of truth in here and see how much profit this person is trying to take. 8 times 150, yeah, even that, I'm not really able to do that by heart. 1.2 billion ISK for a rattlesnake, that's worth 738 million ISK. And the first couple of people have actually already gambled on that. It's a 1 in 8 chance to get a very good purchase, but if it triggers, he sells that rattlesnake for almost double the price, and that has definitely been the trend that I've seen so far on things being sold. Here is a... God damn it, it's going so fast that you can't even really click on that stuff too well. Here's a Sharon. Let's take a look at that. 1.1 billion in value, 500 tickets of almost 4 million ISK. People are buying them. You can clearly see the usage here. And then let's again get that calculator out. Press 512 times 3 3.9 million is a total of 2 billion ISK, double the value of the Charon. This for me is the reason why I am probably not going to take part in the Hypernet Relay. I've got plenty of ISK, and even if I didn't have plenty of ISK, 1 billion is something that you can earn in EVE Online. I mean, this 1 month of passive stuff for me personally at the moment, PI plus BPCs, maybe with a little bit of extra effort, I would rather earn my way to the 1.1 billion, just get the ship that I want and buy it from the market, then use the Hypernet Relay. But it is very attractive, of course, to be able to buy something at well, let's say 200th the price in a 1 on 512 ticket. But the chances are so low, why the hell would you do it? On top of that, be very careful of stuff like this, where they're saying 1 million a ticket. What I've seen are scams where people do they say it's 1 million a ticket, but it's like 10 million or even a billion for every single one of these hypernodes. So be very careful. Jita local, I would not do any of my Hypernet business from here. Here again, 157 million estimated price, and this is gonna go for almost 500 million ISK in total. This is so overpriced. Why would you do this? Well, they're seeing less than a million for Stradios, and that's enough for apparently all these people to start spending ISK and buying all these tickets. I personally don't understand it, because this is, you know, do this 512 times. Look at what that Stradios is gonna cost you, including the odds. It's just crazy expensive. All of this is way overpriced. And as I've said, there's gonna be scams in here as well. Jita is going to become, I think, even worse now, because Hypernet scams will become part of the game as well. And I would, if you do want to take some gambles like this, just go through the Hypernet Relay window itself. I think you can open this up anywhere. You can clearly see most of this is being sold in Jita. There are some exceptions, be a little careful on that, but like 90% and even more of that I think will be in Jita. And what could be interesting is of course skins. I can kind of understand you've got an Erebus police skin that's worth like a billion ISK here, and that's going for 31 million ISK at 50 tickets. Let's take a quick look at the actual total price then, including the odds. 48 times 31 is 1.5 billion for something that costs a billion ISK. It's a 50% markup. Of course, they will have had to pay some of those hypercores as well. We got some people that are already starting to take a gamble on that. And well, for a skin, that's not that easy to find all the time. I can kind of understand that, although I don't own an Erebus, so I would never buy this. Here is a Marshall Sorrow Black Troop skin worth 1.6 billion, and this is of course the one that becomes very juicy if you want to take that gamble. 4.9 million ISK, 512 notes for 1.64. Well, 5 times 5, that's 2.5 billion, a billion markup to get the item, but that potential return, 1 in 512, does exist, and someone really wants that, because you can see that they have bought quite a few tickets already. Oh, Jesus Christ, bought almost all of them. That's what I don't understand. This guy probably already bought like 100 tickets or so. Gave him a 1 in 5 chance, but that also means that he spent almost half the ISK needed to just buy it straight from the market. Why would you not then just buy it straight from the market for a billion ISK less than what's happening here? But look at the usage of this. It's definitely high. People will adopt the Hypernet Relay. It will find its place in EVE Online, and something just blew up. Can we? Well, it's just a bot, so I'm not sure if I should try to go after that. Yeah, can't do too many things at the same time. Looking at the Hypernet Relay, and keeping an eye on this. I think I just missed an opportunity to take out a criminal. Well, let's move on though. So the Hypernet Relay, it is here. Let's take another one. Here is the Charon, 1.1 billion estimated value, 500 tickets at 3.9 million ISK. All right, the calculator of truth. Let's take a look at that. 512 times 3.9, total 2 billion ISK, double the price. But tickets are being sold. People are taking the chance. If they could get a Charon for 3.9 million, that sounds like such a good deal. And so this is maybe what I want to end with after we... Damn it. There was a suspect, but I think he redocked already. So what I do want to end with is that part of this was described as a chance to redistribute wealth, right? To have players that don't have that much ISK, you know, own more expensive items and ships and things like that. You can clearly see that this is not true. People that put up these Hypernet offers know exactly what they're doing. They're taking a massive markup to make sure that they come out on top, not the ones buying the tickets, not even the winner that buys the ticket comes out on top. They're the one that wins. This is just gonna funnel a lot of ISK from the player base that has a less ISK to the player base that is already rich and that is able to produce all these Hypernet items. Yeah, they're the ones that are going to become the winners. So this will not redistribute anything in like a fair way or give newer players with less ISK in their wallets a chance, or you know, give them more. No, this is gonna funnel lots of their ISK into the wallets of already rich players that are actually going to start to run their casino business through the Hypernet Relay. This will definitely make the rich richer and keep the poor poor, unfortunately. But well, this is luckily only a game and you don't have to take part in this. I personally, outside of very exceptional situations like a skin that I would love, and it would on top of that be fairly priced. I think we saw one Hypernet Relay offer there that was decently fairly priced. It was also snagged up very quickly. But other than that, most of this is overpriced and most of this is definitely not for me. On the other hand, we get a new set of spam coming here in Jita local. We get a wallet update, we get a market update. So we'll see how all of that evolves. This will be the first look at the Hypernet Relay finding its way on TQ. As I've said, not that much extra criminal activity, nothing outside of the norm. So that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.